Last time on Humblewood from the Ashes. After arriving at the magnificent city tree of Alderheart, you all became embroiled in local troubles when bandits attacked a merchant caravan at the northern gate. This was the night after you, night or two after you had gotten here. You joined forces to after dealing with that problem with the local guards and whoever else was able to protect the merchants. Then there was a bit of a rustle of everybody wanting to pretty much take the fight to the bandits at their nearby camp. You joined with forces with Riffin, a stray soldier of the Night Watch, to raid the nearby bandit camp. In a coordinated assault, you all utilized rather clever tactics, using magical perch that grew 50 feet into the air from the charm that you got. Underground infiltration that almost went kind of bad because there was like a bunch of powerful people in that tent.
And I realized after the fact that I could do something really cool, and I didn't do it.
That's okay. You're an old man, and you forget sometimes, or your character is.
Also clarifying that, you do get an opportunity attack if someone burrows.
Okay, I will remember that. And if there are... I assume that if you are traveling underground...
Yeah, if you're traveling, you don't. But once they leave it, yeah.
Burrow, yeah.
If you hit them at the last possible second someone leaves the area. Anyway,
slap that to a piece.
Continue.
Yeah, that was our big
that was our big argument.
What's the ruling on this last game?
That was a big argument where we almost quit the game because of it.
It was quite horrible. I was ready to just, dig myself into a hole. Anyway, the battle culminated in the capture of the Vulcan captain Frey Meridan, whom you had all met on the road to Alderheart. Vim once again transformed into a giant spider, and almost lost a leg. But following your victory, you pretty much returned to Alderheart as celebrated heroes. And after being summoned to the Birdfold Council once more to report your findings, they pretty much doubled the efforts to get supplies and help to Everden. Home village.
Meadowfen.
Meadowfen. Everden is, I think, from Everdell. I'm mixing it up with other adorable woodland creature games.
We get the supplies to the wrong village.
But you also recovered a couple of items from there, and that's where we'll start at the beginning of any sort of downtime. I've got to remember where all my maps are.
We all went to...
So we have had a long rest.
So you've had a long rest. We're going to have this could be maybe a week of downtime. We don't have to do things mechanically for that full thing, but if there's things you want to do, we will go over that. The very first thing that we'll do is to make sure that you have divvied up the items that you got. We may have done this last time, but let's just double check. You got a couple of things. Some studded leather armor. A short sword with a rose insignia that Boom or Rikki could not identify as any sort of significance if it had any. But you did also find a brooch of shielding, boots of speed, a couple of daggers, and a ring that was worth 480 gold. A little bit. So,
do you have that written down anywhere?
I believe I did get the boots of speed.
Yeah, I know we did some of. Let me get you. Let me put that in the chat. I gotta delete some stuff.
See your brooch of shielding.
I have them on my sheet already.
Okay.
So I can click it and put it in chat, I think.
I got it.
Just to be on 20.
Although because of how I use OneNote, it always likes to come over as an image. That's okay.
Brooch of shielding. Does anyone have that in their inventory?
The what?
The brooch of shielding?
No.
Yeah.
I have the studded leather armor.
Resistance to force damage. I mean, it's very.
I was trying to figure out. I wasn't sure if it was the armor that went to me or the brooch. So if the armor went to.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think Vim got the brooch.
Okay.
Okay. And you can feel free to take the 2024 version of the brooch if you wish. There's probably those ones might be similar enough that they're not going to be a problem. So.
Oh, actually, I was looking for a magic item. It's essentially a monk +1 unarmed strike.
The wraps, I think it's the arm wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just also, but before we do this, make sure did everybody take. Probably will say that you sold the ring and got 120 gold pieces each. If that's what you want to do, if you want to divvy that treasure up.
120.
Yep. So just make sure you give your each person 4 people. Go ahead and get 120 gold pieces.
Neat.
So do you think? So it's like I said, it's essentially a +1 weapon for unarmed strikes. Well, that you think?
Yeah. So
you think that would kind of follow the same pricing as a weapon?
I'll go ahead and look it up in the merchant's guide.
I think I don't think it's there. I think it's a brand new item.
Oh, because it came out later. Yeah, you're right. Because unfortunately the guide is like 2 years behind. The last couple of missing.
Normally, +1 weapons are about 500 gold. But you know that's all. That's like all of our money though. If we do that.
Rod of yeah. So like the Rod of the Pack Keeper is like 500.
Okay, so maybe not quite yet. Okay, I was just wondering because I know that was a new item they added.
Yeah, it's like I like that they did all that with the like giving each class a +1 weapon.
Yeah.
Or +1 sort of item to benefit the specific class. But yep, it's that would be, I'd probably say 500.
Not quite yet.
Okay, but with that, you have some downtime. We'll say that you spend you'll be basically staying in the city so you can get more information and everything on the bandits. So a couple things to note: you can very easily have sent messages back to Meadowfen to let Great Father, Grantley, anybody else that you know in the town know what's going on, know that you're okay, tell them, give them updates, etc., etc. So you're not isolated from anybody there.
We'll find like a
toy.
And we'll find like a toy shop, and find like a little wooden like karate figure that has little springs when you like twist it, like the legs kicks and stuff, to send to Grantley as a little present.
Okay, well
and then I realized and then I realized that's favoritism, so I end up buying one for every student, so I don't play favorites.
Okay. We'll actually get to that in just a bit, but last couple of things I would say is that the several of the bandits were captured because we're doing Pokemon rules. They can't be carried off, so you can bring them back. So we'll say that Frey and maybe one or two other, a handful of other bandits have been captured and are being, I don't want to say interrogated because that seems like evil interrogation, but like it's normal interrogation, trying to get information out of them in a non-evil way.
Are you gonna talk yet? No? Alright, enjoy your free meals a day and place to sleep at night.
Maybe they suspend the cages like over at the end of the branches.
Is that what we can see?
Maybe that's what those are,
yeah.
All the non-bird folk are just freaking out. Okay. Everybody should be level 3 now, and okay, so we'll move on to the actual downtime. If there's anything you want to do during the week, whether it's shopping, finding information, something personal that your character would do, we can go into that. So Joey, we'll start with you because you've already put forward an idea.
Did they learn any? Did they learn any information from the bandits, or?
We will, if you want to go find that out, you can. You're not necessarily just immediately privy to this information.
He doesn't care. Not quite yet. So, Yeah, you
Yeah,
go. I can't go back home empty-handed. You know, those students, the master's gone. They wonder where I've been. Did you bring a present? And I'm just like, yeah, I brought lots of presents. So I'm like looking around the market. I pass by a sweet shop, and I pause by it, and I go, oh, no, I'm on a diet. Quilton, you're on a diet. Nope. Oh, what was that? And I see one of the assistants, one of the workers there. I go, oh, excuse me, are those lemon candies?
Lemon.
Yeah, I
The
can't
yellow ones are lemon.
I can't have any because I'm on a diet.
Oh, then you want some sugar-free lemon candies.
They come
in these very nondescript wrappers. There could be anything inside them, but they're lemon sugar-free candies. Shows you over to like.
Are they mystery flavors?
Well, they're all lemon, but I mean, I guess if you don't know that, they are mystery flavors.
Well, if they're sugar-free, that must mean they're good for you. So I take out a few silver. Yeah, don't tell anyone. It's our little secret.
Okay. Can I rig you up? Ka-ching! Everybody like looks at you as the loud register kind of
They're
big bell noise.
They're sugar-free. They're sugar-free, and I pay the man and I run out.
Yeah. We'll say that's maybe 2 silver worth of candies and whatnot, or you panic and throw 2 silver out and more than enough to buy a good handful of candies. Bag
May
full,
only be
small bag.
silver, but his reputation.
Did you want to look for toys?
Yeah, I'm thinking of Grantley when I want to give him a little something. I'll go find like a little one that's a bird folk like him.
Make an investigation check as you're looking for specific sort of doll toys.
They're action figures, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's going to depend on the roll.
9.
Doll shop, also for boys. This is a little sign of the
Yeah, dolls, boys also.
There's an asterisk, yeah.
All shop. This is you find a toy shop named Blakinkski's.
Blakinkski's. Do the voice.
Shop.
Mark, do the voice.
Well, it's Blakinkski's, so he's like, "Hey, welcome to Blakinkski's toy shop.
Oh, hello.
I make all the best toys."
Oh, this looks very very professional.
Don't touch that. That's very expensive. You're holding like a Nintendo 64.
Wow, ancient technology.
He made it out of wood.
Oh, it's a wood. It's a Woodtendo. I had one of these when I was 1 year old.
It's a Woodtendo 64. It's 63 times better.
Oh yes, all the bits.
Yes.
I'm looking for your posable figurines.
Ah, yes, the toys for boys, the dolls for boys.
No, I have some
Shows
young
you-
ladies. I'm buying presents for. Both.
Yeah, it's over in the same place over here. They all likes the toys.
There's like two doors, boys, girls, and they all lead to the same room though.
Yeah, it just opens up as the same back
Yeah,
room.
it's very. It's like, oh, my eyes have been opened. It's all a social construct. You're right.
I have all the best toys. I've got action figure birds, action figure turtles, action figure lions. That's all I got, actually.
So you got
I'm working on it. We're trying to make a whole set of new toys.
birds, turtles,
Lions and turtles and birds. Oh my.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not here.
You just walk by in the background, just coincidentally saying that. Like go back, go by the door shop or the shop store. But yeah, you can easily find some action figure, judo chop action sort of things for your students. Say that you get small ones and little like trinket ones, kind of like that. You can use the rest of the last 8 silver, so you don't have to take silver pieces to buy enough toys for and to mail them to your students.
Well, I'm gonna bring it with me. But
Okay,
just
okay.
1 second. Make sure this is in the rules.
One judo chop action figure in the rules.
No, yeah. So I'm starting taking out my my silver pieces. I only have copper. Is that okay? And I start putting them out one by one. One, two, three. And as I start placing it on the silver, there's like a big electric shock from my fingertips.
Oh.
Oh.
Static electricity. That always hurts.
Oh. And like I raise my fingers, I go, well, this hasn't happened in a while, and starts tingling. And like my quills start to have like little static shocks in between them.
Do you need some privacy?
I need to discharge! And I find like
you touch this, and he gives you like a metal.
Is it grounded?
Some sort of like a metal Nintendo 64. Special edition.
Special edition. And I touch it, and like it kind of zolts with electricity. And I'm like, and as I sigh, like a little rain cloud appears above my head. It starts to rain.
You're getting water all over. You know, just take your stuff and get out. Just take it, get out.
Sorry.
I haven't had problems like this since I had that China shop.
And I like start to run out, leaving little puddles behind me.
Remember, if it isn't a Blaginski, it's not good.
And like I'm out of breath, and I go, and I go, and I let out a big breath, and it creates this like little gust of wind in front of me.
That's 3 elements.
And I have 3 elements.
How many elements can you conjure up?
I can do a bunch.
Element monk. Well, okay, we'll say that you do that off screen then.
Yeah.
But yep, you pretty much run out to the side and kind of are trying to deal with this whole, as your body changes as you grow, magical time.
I go, this hasn't happened to me since, well, a long time ago. I guess the adventuring spirits back in old Quilton. Old muscle memories coming back.
Do one of those, like, heel click jumps.
We hear a crack. Ooh!
Yeah. when I crack it, like, thunder cracks. When I click my heels together. And I go, sorry. Yeah, but that is my, elementalism. I'm
Elemental monk.
Warrior of the elements.
Alright. Moving on from that, let's see, Perry. Let's move on to Perry. Gazoon height. Perry, we'll say, within the next day or two, during the downtime, your mom does show up. She comes back
Ma.
from...
Good old Ma.
Ma. I gotta remember. Where did I put her? Where did I put her? Player NPCs. There we are. I'm trying to remember where I put all the tokens and how I did all that. You have Alindra shows up. Your mother Alindra, part of the guard. Part of the perch guard.
Hey, Ma, how you doing? It's good to see you. Come here.
Perry. Heard you were in town. Were you part of that scuffle? Were you part of that scuffle yesterday?
Oh, scuffle. Hardly a scuffle. They didn't even tear my jacket.
Well, I mean, it looks like they did. Look at this. Look at how you... what if I told you about keeping your clothes in order? Proper attire, proper presentation of what you wear. And you're looking at her, she's like, her armor is kind of like just polished over, spotless, whatnot.
Look, Ma, what can I say? I am what I am. I love this jacket. It's kept me warm. You know, if it keeps me warm, I gotta, keep it around.
Have you been cold at night?
Nah, not so much. We keep the fires pretty lit.
can always come home. I'm off a lot. I'm doing stuff outside of Elderheart, so my room is free and you can stay with your brothers.
You're just looking for free childcare again, Ma.
You know me too well. But watch up once in a while and she'll lick her thumb. Her feathered bird thumb. And
Jeez.
Thing. Are you in town for long? You don't write enough, you know that?
Wait, say that again? Sorry, my audio just went off.
Yeah, sorry. You're in town for long, and then she immediately goes like, you don't write enough, do you know that?
You know me and writing, we just don't get along too well. I'll try harder, I promise.
She has to deliver her own letters.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I'm a little hard on you. I haven't written you that much either, but hey, I do top secret work.
Top secret?
No, just trying to make a good impression for you to kind of.
You don't gotta do that, Ma. You know you're a star. You're great.
It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Ma. Hug.
She just says hug back to you, like you don't actually hug. Like in your family, you just say hug to each other. Like you learned it from a parrot or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Say hug to your brothers for me. Or I'll say hug to you.
Is it like those families that like lean to each other and go, kiss, kiss?
Same thing. But she will be around the city. But is there anything else you would like to do, Perry, during this downtime?
Just play some more around town.
Okay.
And go to the bar. The Dusty Flu with my buddy Chim Chiru.
I will say that you're all pretty much given pretty much already have free room and board with the exception of sweeping.
There's no free for me. I always pay off my debts.
Trim will waive it, but he's always happy for. Are you like the character in UHF that's like, he's like gets the thing. It's like, wait, do I still get my mop? And he's like, sure. He's like,
yes,
super happy to do that. But like you'll find that other people are kind of like in a pay it forward kind of situation where they are paying for like food for you and stuff like that because you did help save the front gate and the bandits. You're kind of getting a bit of the four of you are kind of getting a bit of the talk around town. Let's move you over to the big map. In case you all want to go to different places or not. But yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to do, if you'd like to maybe do odd jobs around, we could take a look, maybe do something with that.
I'm going to spring this on the DM. I have a vigilante alter ego named Quillman. So I'm going to patrol the canopy at night looking for wrongdoers.
You bump into the Rat King once or twice. He's an actual Gerbine in this universe. Rat King was Joey's character, like Batman-esque kind of character in one of our other games. It was like a halfling that was like a semi-competent superhero. It was a lot of fun.
Before moving on, just to play, I'd like to play around the town as well. With my subclass, I am better about influencing people and assuring them and dissuading their fears of what's going on.
Let's see, I'm looking for the actual sort of downtime activity. I guess this is technically work. It's kind of like busking. So we'll say go ahead and roll me a performance check then.
Busking makes me feel good.
17. Yeah, it's really good. Comfortable lifestyle for the week. So me see what that comes out to. Lifestyle expenses. Comfortable. You basically get 2 gold pieces for the entire week as profits. So from all the sort of odd jobs and performing you do, you get 2 gold pieces.
Next time I come across my mother, I'm gonna give them to her and say, "Hey, get the kids something nice. Get my brothers, a treat or something.
know.
And yourself, treat yourself."
They like lemon candies and Blakinski's toys. I'm gonna go get them some right now. Okay. You're completely free to do that. And is there anything else you'd like to do? If you want to buy something, you can take a look on the gear. If you're looking for a magic item, you can let me know that as well. You probably don't have
Mark, maybe we can take advantage of crafting rules.
True, yeah. If anybody wants to craft, you can take a look at that too. Go ahead and look that over, Joe, if you have something you want to do. But let me get to
10 days for uncommon. Okay, never mind.
We can probably get into it. We can put it down to a week, but let's see what Vim and Rikki will do. So we'll start with Vim. What would Vim do? I mean, honestly, he's going to stare at the fire every day, but when the fire's not going...
I think, and this could go badly, I think he would be so insistent and attentive to the fire that the Dusty Flue?
Yeah.
The people at the Dusty Flue might just be like, alright, it's time for the fire, let's just let Vim light it, because he's so critical of it. He's the firelighter while he's staying here.
Give me a... Let's see, we'll say this is either... Excuse me, the coughing's come back. This is either going to be a survival as you're starting a fire, or a performance check as they are kind of showing you that, or Arcana, because I did say last time that it was like a magical sort of thing that they do to start the fire. So you can do survival, Arcana, or
I will take what's least likely to go horribly wrong based on those categories.
They're watching you. They got training wheels, stuff like that. It's they can take over if something goes wrong. So 21, very nicely. They're about to turn around. It's like, okay, now everybody stand back and you'll be fine. And she turns back around and you have just started the fire, no problem. It's like, oh, guess we're fine. You pretty much just get the hang of it really quickly, and like they're confident that you know what you're doing, and they're happy to let you light the fire any day, any morning that they need to light it.
I become like one of those pickup artists, but I'm just talking about fires. Like, you need to coax it out. You can't just go straight into lighting the fire up.
Hey, baby, are you a burn ward? Because I'm not gonna finish that.
You gotta get the kindling nice and dry, yearning to be lit.
Vim slightly turns into Ren from Ren and Stimpy with that. So we also say that you doing this, you kind of like are getting a sense of control of magic fire. This is a spell that they can easily just do, but you sort of apply it to what you know. And you take a look at Slaughter, your Ember Bat, and despite what we joke off screen, you are probably cleaning it, feeding it, and whatnot. You're keeping it in a jar, and it's a little bat creature. It doesn't seem to mind. It likes being around you, but you sort of just kind of like magically get this sort of bigger connection with it. Be it through, I don't know, maybe you're just one with the animals, you're one with fire, or you're two with both fire and animals. But you sort of get this sort of it as sort of what you said offline or off before the game started. It's like a planeswalker spark, is that you sort of are able to connect with this thing and it becomes the sort of spirit of fire rather than a bat creature. And it is essentially the same as now a familiar. The bat itself disappears from the poop-filled jar, but you still know how to connect with it and talk with it and call it forth as you are.
I think it truly comes about one night when he goes to empty the jar out, which he's been doing by just going to the edge of the the walkways and just shaking
Yeah.
the jar over the side.
It's got the air holes in the top, so it's like a pepper shaker.
And he fumbles one night and drops the jar. No, Slaughter, come back! And the bat just sort of appears
Pops
above
out.
him.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I'm
And
gonna
then
give you
all
inspiration
crash
for
in the
that.
distance. And let's go inside.
That's my favorite jar. Damn kids in your jar games! You hear from below. So you have found your wildfire spirit named Slaughter. You can't spell slaughter without laughter.
I come into the tavern. I see Slaughter outside his jar, and I go, Vim, your batch got loose. Put him back before he burns up the place.
And I dispel Slaughter back into like the ether.
What?
The
You just
fire ether.
you just exploded at him. What's going on?
Yeah, he does that if I want him to. And I figured that'd be better than you screaming at him.
Wait, so you can call a fire spirit into existence?
Can't everyone?
Well, I go do that again.
Okay. I'll resummon Slaughter.
I do my elementalism. I cause a puddle of water to fall on him. Don't play with fire.
Slaughter, no! He's like being dramatic on the floor, like.
Imagine it just sparks back up again immediately.
Yeah. It's like a trick candle.
It's
Just,
in
like,
the woe is me, my time is nigh pose on its back on the
Yeah.
ground. And the wing
Yeah.
hits the like goes limp, just
Does the Family Guy pose?
yeah.
Okay.
Tell my wife, I hated her.
All right, so we have that, and let's move on to Boom. What does Rikki do over downtime, if anything?
Well, I wanted to take that short sword and go to this sketchy part of town and see if anyone else recognizes it.
Okay. Go ahead. So you head down to the Underfall, which for everybody at home is the sort of slums, the sketchy part of town, as Boom just said. So go ahead and make an investigation check, or so you are going around trying to find some information about it. Maybe it's a magic item or a magic weapon. Maybe it's worth a lot of money. Let's find out.
Yes. Off to a good start tonight.
Since I put this map, since I found a map or a backdrop, and unfortunately I could not find like a good underground slums under tree backdrop, so this is like the best I could find, which is obviously like AI generated crap. So we won't be here for long. So you're going around, you're trying to find this, and with a natural one, you just kind of go up to somebody, and you're just like, "Hey, you know anything about the sword?" He's like, "Yeah, what's it to you? Might know a lot of things." It's like we'll say it's like a gerbine or something, just kind of like confronting you back. What do you say?
Did I have
Boom?
time to inscribe my runes?
Yeah, this is, you could say you're
Okay,
doing this like
okay.
on the other time. Yeah, so you've got your runes on whatever you want. Yeah, what's it to you?
Well, do I know this gerbine, or is it just a random?
Random. You've never seen them.
Okay.
Yeah. I might know something. Maybe if it's worth your You know what? Just pay me and I'll give you some information. How about that?
How about you bribe me?
Can I insight him?
Sure, make an insight check.
I'm gonna see if he's trying to. I mean, okay,
Yeah,
that's
this is
slightly
like the
better.
first guy you went up to, so even though you rolled a 1, it's like, yeah, you can tell something's weird about this, so...
Hey, in my defense, I rolled a 2. I just have a -1 modifier.
Nice, so I can roll secretly, because I always forget the, Okay. Little hard to read. Like, he's immediately coming out and asking money, but... He might know something, he might not.
Well, this is a, I'm sure you're aware of the bandit raid. I'm gonna lower my voice.
The one yesterday?
Yeah, the one yesterday. How many bandit raids happen around here?
Well, not enough if you ask me. I mean, they don't come down here, so it doesn't bother us that much, and they're just taking all the above-ground folk. We can hold our own.
Anyway,
But
I
please
found
go
this
on.
very valuable sword from one of the bandits. It got misplaced, and I was hoping to return it to its rightful owner. But I don't recognize the symbol on it.
Oh, so you decided to come down here and ask me if I knew what the valuable sword was. Well, I'm going to tell you something. That looks like my sword. I lost it yesterday, stolen by some bandits.
And then what's this mark? I guess you could explain it to me, if, since it's your sword.
That's my logo. See, the rose is, it's because I'm so thorny. That's my name, Jackie Rose. That's pretty much all he says.
Well, is there a reward for returning your sword?
Yeah, you get a hearty handshake and a thanks.
You're gonna have to do a little better than that.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna.
Well, then I'm gonna keep it.
I'll have to report you to the proper authorities.
I'm okay with that. Why don't we go to the authorities together?
Right now?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to report me for stealing your sword, you could just, come along with me.
Well, it's like 9 a.m. and I gotta go to breakfast. Flapjacks. Pancakes. Syrup! And he runs off. He seemed, did not want to go to the actual authorities. But yes, your one investigation was not enough to really find something of proper use. I will say, however, over the next couple of days, go ahead and make another history or investigation check.
They're both equally as bad, but I will do history.
Can I get that 20 at some point? Maybe. You cannot...
Natural 1.
You can't figure out anything. It's like you just don't know. It's like there's got to be something special about this sword. It's ornate. But it's not like a +1 sword or anything like that. So, unfortunately, you do not find out what the sword's specialness is, if it has any. Is there anything else you would like to do during your downtime?
I did want to go check on that watchmaker and see how he's doing.
Didn't he? Wasn't the thing where Oh, go ahead.
Sorry?
He ages every time he whines or something, right?
Yes, that's what it seems.
Yeah, I wonder if he's like this. He's a skeleton now.
Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to. Okay, we're gonna resolve this.
Okay.
I want to Are there any particularly terrible people in the Undercity?
You could probably find like petty criminals that would be willing to do something. I don't think there's
Well,
anybody
not
that would
petty
be like
criminals. I mean, we're talking like
You want to hire a hitman? A hitman? Roll an investigation check.
Like someone who's a very sketchy escaped criminal, or someone who has done some pretty bad stuff.
Okay, yeah, you could probably find a bunch down there. What specifically are you looking for and why? I'm gonna need a little bit more.
I am looking for someone who is a total horrible bad person and a monster, and I'm gonna tell them there's this super valuable watch that they should definitely steal.
Okay, so you want to...
And I'm gonna hire them to steal it back for me, knowing that they're gonna double cross me and keep it.
I see. Okay, I gotcha. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check or a persuasion check with advantage, as you are do have a bit of a bandit background.
Hooray.
Set a persuasion
Hooray,
check
Christ.
or
Persuasion or investigation.
Oh God.
You're
Let's
a fighter.
see.
You're not much. Come on.
1 or -2.
Well, we get an 8.
I'm gonna do investigation again. We'll do that. Oh my God.
No!
I did say... I'm gonna say with the 8, you're able to find somebody that you can find someone who's bad enough to just steal this. But when you tell them about it, they aren't trying, like, they very clearly don't try to say they're gonna steal it for you. They like take that information, it's like, ha, stupid, I'm just gonna freaking keep it myself. And they don't try to play this ruse to double cross you, they just literally double cross you right then and there.
My face.
Yeah, that said, if they figure out there's something wrong or whatever, you will probably be a patsy. But let me write this down because I want to see how this gets resolved. You don't hear anything else going on about it over the rest of the week? Found it. You don't hear anything else going on about that over the rest of the week? You don't know what happens or if it happens yet, but you have given the information sort of towards the end of the downtime. So you probably won't find out about it until
Okay.
next game. But wheels are in motion. Hire to steal watch. I'm putting hire in big ol' quotes. Okay. Alright.
So wait, they didn't even take my payment? They're just like, no, I'm gonna steal it.
Oh, they'll probably take your payment if you're trying to do that, but they're like, they'll probably try and yeah, that's true. Let's say that they try and, because of your roll of 8, they're gonna try and get more out of you. So we'll say that they would probably ask for 10 gold. I'm gonna say they ask for 15. I'm gonna roll something here.
Half up front and half after completion of the job. That's standard.
Roll a persuasion check, as this is a contested roll.
Oh God.
Come on, law of averages. That's okay. They rolled a 3. So even if I add stuff to it, it's you've still done it. So they're able to do the half now, half later, and so they say, but I don't like carrying silver, so round it up. So you have to give them 8 gold right now, and they're just gonna keep the watch.
It's going to be
Okay.
a running backstory that the heist plan is just going to become more and more elaborate in the background.
You just come back where the gang gets a bunch of like his gang with him, and he's the leader, and it's like this old decrepit guy that's like 80. He's like, "That's the one who told me to steal the watch. Let's get him, boys."
All right, so 8 gold.
8 gold.
Yikes.
That's okay. You got.
I kind
you
of
got
wanted to just be
120.
like, fine, I'll steal it myself then.
But you want them to steal it.
Well, yeah, but if I was like, I'm gonna steal it myself, then
Bet I can steal that before you do.
If you want to try and renege on it, I can give you a check on that. But it sounded like what you were trying to do was at least give the evil magic item to bad person and not what is obviously a sweet old clockmaker that has
but
never
what
done
I'm saying
anything
is,
bad.
I kind of wanted to, if they're like, well, I'm just gonna take it, and I wanted to be like, not if I steal it first, and not give them the gold.
Oh,
but I guess I could just
I
pay
see.
them.
He would probably wait until you give him the gold. It's like, yeah, sucker. And you hear just very loudly, you just hear him
Okay,
like,
that
say
works.
that. So
Trying to make it work so bad for that natural one.
She did get an 8 on the investigation check, so yeah, it gets a little bit on there. So
2 natural
okay, we
ones
got that
so
written down.
far. We're just starting. It's gonna be a good night.
Get them all out now.
Is there anything else anybody wants to do during this downtime?
Well, I looked up crafting rules, and unfortunately, by the rules, none of us can do it. Or magic
Level
items.
5.
Nope, it's just
For
you.
magic items, probably not. Yeah.
You need a proficiency in Arcana.
I mean, me and Boom can make things.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
If there's anything we do want making.
Yeah, but it'll fall apart after an hour.
No, so we can make it, and then if we put money into it, we can make it permanent.
Oh no, like I was thinking about the
magic items.
Yeah, the magic wrappings I was talking about. And you need
Yeah, that might take some time.
well, you need proficiency in Arcana, and none of us do.
You could try and steal it if you want, Joey.
Sure, I really want that bindings. Nope.
So I did reread Scroungecraft. It says tools along with any other item that would logically break on its first use, such as arrows, caltrops, will become useless afterwards. So if you just make like a little trinket or something, it won't generally break right away.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
And it says if you use 8 hours, you can convert it into a permanent item.
Also good. All right. All right. If nobody else has anything else they want to do, then we can keep going on to the next little bit. So, ultimately, after a week or so, you are all summoned by the council once more.
At this point, we just walk right in. No need to wait for us. First name basis with the council. I go, Jordan, how you doing? Lucian, how you doing?
Well, quite fine, thank you. Thank you for coming so quickly. Speaker Beta, if you may. Yes, yes, as everyone else was saying, thank you for coming so quickly. So you've been here this whole time. We have sent out plenty of things to your town, your village.
Meadowfen.
Meadowfen. We are getting words back from them that
We were going to
a little better.
We were going to escort the wagons back to town, I thought.
Oh, we have plenty of people, guards and whatnot, perch guards that can help that.
Well, we're eager to get back home. What do we do waiting around here?
Well, funny you should ask that. She actually flutters down a bit, comes down to greet you as, say, equals in a sense, like eye to eye. We have found some information from the bandits that you had brought back that Vulpin was a captain in the ranks. She has... we managed to coax out of her the location of the bandit fortress. It is in a place that would be tough to assault. It is essentially a bit of a fort. It can withstand the perch guards. We would like somebody to infiltrate it. Flush out the leadership once and for all. Dispatch the leader, Bane Saradin, the Servan General. And we would like you four to do that. You've shown yourself capable of protecting Alderheart. You've shown yourself capable of leading an assault. and getting into a fortified camp. But we need you to help us deal with this problem once and for all.
I look at the others. Like, what are their reactions?
What does everybody think?
I mean, I don't know how you'd read his race. Vim thought these guys were giant, but then this bird jumped off their perch, and they're just normal sized when they came down here. As we were looking up at them. So he looks a little bit like, a little bit disappointed, and still dwelling on that revelation.
No, Vim, I meant about assaulting a abandoned fortress. We'll teach you about perspective another time.
Will this help more people?
I think it would. No more bandits on the road. Means people can travel between the towns and easier to escape the fires, I imagine.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix up something.
You saw it too? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. See, so yeah. If there's a discrepancy in your max health, go into your character sheet on Roll20 and update the max health to your current thing, and then that should fix the syncing. So should be good.
On Roll20. I don't
yeah,
know
that's because I just went ahead and did that. So does everybody have their correct their tokens have the correct max health?
Yeah.
Paris was off. Okay, cool. That should all be good now.
Were you getting that stinking feeling?
You're gonna have to fight the council.
Oh, it wasn't a request. They pull out their
You must have
swords.
seen me messing with it earlier because I was trying to correct it.
Here we go.
I saw it pop off.
You shouldn't really worry about it if you notice the difference until once you make a change. It'll go.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, she kind of looks back at you and is like, yes, it would hopefully quell the bandit attacks across the region, not just those attacking Elderheart.
I mean, I'd like the towns to be safe. Greatfather deserves to stop moving and settle down.
Be good for all of the things of all the places of the region, and if we are able to deal with less bandits on the road, we can move a lot of those perch guard to helping the tenders deal with the fire and protecting other towns from being engulfed by the Scorched Grove.
Was the name of the leader Bane? Something.
Bane Cerridon. Bane Cerridon. She's a Servan female. Servans are the deer folk.
Yeah, where do we know about this Bane?
She is a... Get the actual information out. It's Benna. Sorry, I typoed on the this page of the notes. It's Benna Cerridon.
I cast Benna.
I thought Bane was wrong, so I was like,
it doesn't sound
right. But it's been 3 weeks, so
like
so
wine.
she is a servant, and she is, as far as we can tell, the leader of the bandit coalition. She's a bit of an idealist that does not like Alderheart or the bird folk, who sort of us, who run the city. I don't want to say run the city, but you understand what I mean. Leading government leaders, whatnot, bureaucrats.
Saying this entire vendetta is because they don't like bird folk?
They don't like how, as far as I know, it's how the bird folk run things.
Well,
Not necessarily bird folk in general, but
Well, you're the one running things. Like, what do you think you're doing wrong to cause such ire from this Miss Benna?
Joran speaks up. You see, they don't care about the plight of the city or the region. They just want to meddle in the politics of the city. Every moment we do this, we waste. Let's get somebody who can. And Beta puts up her wing. No, it is okay. They are not from the city. They are not speaking out of frustration. They're
Harry
curious.
kind of looks to the side, like, ugh.
Except for that one over there.
Yeah.
The politics of the city are not to be dealt in with violently assaulting merchants and stealing from them. I think you would all agree with that.
You know, it'd keep my ma home a little bit more and keep her safe. I can get behind it.
I think we just need a chance to say privately to the group. I think we just need a chance to speak to this Brenna lady and get her to understand reason.
If she doesn't like how the birds are doing things, maybe we just tell her that the birds are doing things differently now and she'll stop.
Well, that wouldn't be the truth, then.
Okay.
It's wrong. You don't lie. No lie. No lie.
Okay. He lies.
But I don't know that, so I'm like, okay, I'm glad we're in agreement and you'll never lie again.
Yes. Sure.
He's crossing his fingers, but his hands are in front of him, and then he moves them behind.
I asked Rikki, this name seem familiar to you? I know you had a past with these bandits.
Make a history check.
Because they all know each other.
Here we go. History
I think
check.
Natural 1.
Oh, whoa.
Ooh, there you go. 18.
Heyo.
Okay. You know a little bit more about her, things that you've heard since then. You've never actually met this person, but she's sort of, she's tall. She's a tall, scarred Grove Saravan who wears a red bandana over her lost left eye. You've heard things about her being, she believes that the Alderheart Canopy, the symbol of birdfolk power in the region, should be burned and its resources looted to help those displaced by the flames. A bit of a misguided Robin Hood, if you will, depending on the eye of the beholder.
And do you agree? And do you agree with her, Rikki? Imagine you don't follow those radical beliefs yourself.
No, of course not.
Then maybe you can make her see reason.
You are free to attempt to negotiate a peace with her if you wish, but if that does not work, I would hope that you are able to dispatch her, capture her if you will, if you need to, bring her here, and then we can discuss that with her. Violence does not have to be the only thing that solves problems. Why we're not the bandits. She'll flutter back up to her seat.
I say to the group, though, yeah, but they just send in a strike team to deal with the problem.
I think my mother's on the strike day. Like, no.
Yeah.
Do we have an agreement then? Would you be willing to do this for Alderheart, for the Humblewood?
I think it's better if, again, I say to the group, I think it's better if we do this and not brute force. I think we should do it.
I'm in agreement.
Yeah. Are we away from the bird council?
You're
Are
talking to
we
yourself.
still
You can very easily
Muffled.
very easily yeah.
Yeah, with how I'm
yeah.
rolling tonight, I'm not saying anything until we're out of here.
Okay, yeah. So you can hold on to that until you guys leave.
Walk past around the corner next to a ventilation shaft that just leads straight behind their chairs.
So we're gonna betray these guys, right?
I sound like I'm on old time radio. But it sounds like you're all in agreement, at least to the thing, which is very well. We will gather a small group that will bring you to where you need to go. Bring you to the base of the mountain. They're in the mountains to the east. And then perhaps a day or two travel up the mountain. And then you will be at the fortress. Once again, Alderheart thanks you. Go ahead and head on out to... Now you can whisper all your stuff.
As I'm walking out, they didn't tell us we
Hi,
had to...
Mr. and Mrs. Counselors.
They didn't tell us we had to walk up a mountain.
If there's anything you would like to buy before you go, it is not it's not like a mountain climbing thing. It'll be the pathway goes up the mountain.
Still a
So
mountain?
you don't
Still a
need,
mountain?
like,
They
Still
want to
mountain,
buy
but you don't need...
some wraps that increase unarmed.
Yeah, that'll help.
But potions would be 50 gold pieces for a normal potion. You can buy if you need a healer's kit, anything like that. Feel free.
You know, we came into some money. Maybe we should buy some potions.
Okay. So
We all chip
let's
in
go
to-
ahead and move things to the break screen as I take a break and you all discuss what you would like to buy.
I think the people that don't have healing capability magically should probably keep potions on them.
Yeah, let's do.
So, for themselves or to bring the people that can heal back up.
Yeah, we only have one healer, so let's. No, we have two healers.
I can heal.
Yeah, I'll buy two healing potions, so 100 gold.
I'll chip in
I mean,
50
we all-
to buy a
Yeah, we all
potion for
chip
somebody
in-
else.
If we all chip in 25, then that's 2 potions bought by all of us.
I give one to Rikki, one to me.
Yeah. Do we want to do it like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
25 from each.
25 silver.
Gold.
Gold. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have 25 gold.
Oh.
We each got
Did you not?
we each got 120.
Oh.
Yeah. We sold the ring from the bandit loot, so everyone got 120 divvies.
Now I don't feel as bad about selling or, getting scammed. You said 120?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then if we take 25 off of that, then that's 2 potions.
We'll say that you did that 8 gold transaction before the ring was sold, so you didn't get your share until after.
You did the transaction, then came back to us, and we were like, here's your share, by the way. Woo!
And Boom add a potion of healing.
Cool.
Am I seeing custom legacy stuff? Turn that off.
What was that, Joey?
No, never mind. I was seeing old rules. Good.
By the way, if you look at the screen, smack dab in the center is Benna.
Are they missing an ear, or...?
It's like an ear and an eye.
She looks useful. I don't want to hurt her.
What was the location?
She's sharpening a dagger, Joey.
Yeah, but
I
look
mean,
at her.
don't fully disagree with her, but her methods are a bit radical.
Yep. What were you asking, Bendy?
What was the location we told we would be going again? Was it like some sort of mountain?
Yes, it's a mountain to the right, to the east. Let me grab the map.
Is this going to be like high altitude or snowy or just like rugged climbing sort of conditions?
Maybe a little
or...
snowy, but nothing that like not like you need like winter clothing or anything like that. I think you'd also
like
be.
rope and whatnot.
So it's over to the right. It's roughly parallel with horizontally with the Elder Heart.
Okay, so the mountains to the right, but below where those like
southern part of the
thing
mountains,
is.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The castle is on this map. Yeah, it would basically be that castle.
Okay.
Does anyone have proficiency with the herbalism kit?
I believe that's me.
Because you can craft potions of healing for 25 gold pieces. If you have like basically a day of off time. 8 hours of work.
Usually we scavenge the things, I can put them together, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take some of your downtime and your gold and scavenge for. You had a week or so you got enough time to make up to 7 if you had the gold and everything.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I guess it would be just buying the materials instead of.
yeah, so instead of buying potions, yeah, can Vim basically use that gold, like 50 amount of gold to, or it was 100 gold.
Does Quilton give Vim homework?
Yeah, so 1 potion a day for
Go out, do something useful.
for 4 days.
You're spending 10 hours looking at a fire. You've got plenty of time
Yeah.
to work on other stuff.
Well, you realize when you look at the fire, your hands are just automatically doing the task, like super focused. So like we're putting those idle hands to work.
At one point, like the innkeeper puts my food down, and I accidentally grind it up the same way. So there's a bunch of potions, and one that's just blended food.
So boom, we can add another potion of healing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the money we just spent just to convert it into potions I made. We bought the potions, and then I just poured them into smaller bottles.
Anybody want a cloak of billowing? You might be able to find a cloak of billowing.
I mean, should we go to Eliza and just do a random inventory check and see what she's got in?
It's true. You could do
Yeah.
that.
Why not?
Then we'll let the luck of the roll decide what if there's something we want.
All right, let's go. Let's do that. Let's head over to. I forgot Liza existed.
We get some
We won't let you forget it.
we get some caltrops maybe.
You know that NPC you forgot about? We're going back.
Oh, hey everyone, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a week. You've been buying from competitors, I bet. That's okay. They're not as good as me.
Do you have any holy water?
No,
case we-
usually when I try to put hole in the water, it just
In case we run into spooky ghost.
You planning on doing that? Or are you going to like a
No, just a
graveyard or
just a precaution.
No, but you could probably find some at like a church or something, temple.
No, I want it from you.
Well, let me see. Roll a d100.
I actually want it.
Roll a d100. Too late.
69.
You-
Nice.
You used up one of the inventory checks.
Nice. Nice.
Where is?
I'm gonna buy a mirror though from her.
Okay, yeah, you can buy a mirror.
Spirit mirror.
69, she does not have any holy water. She has sparkling water, but it's not from the holy region of Elderheart.
And she has a bucket with holes in it.
Yeah. I try to keep all the water in here, but it just leaves all the time. But if you could make me, 2 players can make me, one can make me a D6 roll, and one can make me a D10 roll.
Which one do we want to be low?
One. Okay, someone give me a D10. Have it.
While
Lucky, I almost
while
rolled
she's
it.
looking, Vim runs up to the counter and goes,
Hey, Eliza. Remember the bats that tried to attack and really hurt you?
No, the ones that we put into jars and I sold in Winnowing Reach.
Yeah, look at this. Slaughter, come here.
Ah!
Slaughter, say sorry to the nice lady.
Oh, it's kind of nice. And flammable?
Yeah,
Is that safe in here?
I have a ball of water like forming above my hands just in case.
I see the bowl and I go,
Slaughter, get out of here.
hang on. Oh, I can't delete. It's stuck here.
Wait, it's a refresh the screen.
Did I break
Sometimes the thing gets stuck.
Yeah, I think my Roll20 like froze.
She just looking at her inventory, and she's got 2 interesting things in stock today. With the first roll, with a normal item, you find a deed to a house in Brackenmill. I don't know how I came across this. I'm pretty sure it's valid, but it's yours for the low price of 500 gold pieces. It's a whole house. Well, a deed to it. I don't know if the deed ownership goes over, but you might just own the deed. And it's a nice deed. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that nice stationery. No? No takers? Okay. Wait, this is my house? No, it's not my house. Throws it back. With a 7, you find... she pulls out another thing, and you find a figurine of wondrous power of Silver Raven variety. This is actually affordable. It's worth 250 gold pieces.
Sounds...
So what this does, figurine of wondrous power, Silver Raven. Once it loads. It's a statuette small enough to fit in the pocket. If you take a magic action to throw the figurine at a point of the ground within 60 feet of yourself, it becomes a living creature specified in the description. So the creature is friendly to you and your allies, and it goes immediately after you on your initiative count. If it dies, it reverts to figurine form. And the Silver Raven itself can become a raven creature for up to 12 hours, and can't be used. It has to wait 2 days before it can be recast. In addition to it being a raven, it grants you the ability to cast Animal Messenger on it, which looks like it. I think that's a new spell.
It's an old one.
Animal
Still
Messenger.
checks out.
Okay.
basically a
According to that, it would be able to, if it lasts as a raven for 12 hours, it'd be able to cover 25 miles before it changed
Okay.
back.
All right.
so it's essentially a like a carrier pigeon. It'll carry a message for us.
The short range. Hey, we got it, or they're coming. Hide.
Yeah, or it can just go somewhere and do something. But this actually might be useful. How much is this again?
Looking on the price tag, it says 250. I think that means gold. 250 gold pieces.
Well, we are on a very important mission to save the roads from bandits, which is very integral to your business.
Yeah. Well, Make a persuasion check.
This, young people, is what we call a hustle.
Why are you telling me that?
Not same as the other people.
Hey, I'm talking
I
to the
know.
audience.
Persuasion. 14.
14. Check something.
To that point of view where we see you looking at just a blank wall saying that, and then we're like, who's he talking to?
the picture of somebody on the wall is talking to you guys. Well, how about if you pay for the whole thing, but if you do use it and it helps save the day, I will give you a discount afterwards. I will give you some of that money back. I run a tight business. I had to renovate everything here. I don't have the leeway to just, sell things for cheaper that much. You all understand. If you don't, it doesn't matter.
Everyone want to chip in 62 gold and...
That's how it breaks down. I can do that.
Yeah, 62.
Yeah, 62.5.
From each of us?
Each of us, yeah.
Alright, 62 and then 5 silver?
5 silver.
Or 50 silver?
5.
5 silver. 5 silver.
Got yourself a deal.
Thank you kindly, and I do mean that. If it does help you save the day, come back to me. Tell me about it. And maybe I'll give you some of the money back.
Oh, I know
Depending on how helpful it was. But yes, you can add a Silver Raven, or Figurine of Wondrous Power, Silver Raven, to one of your inventories. But this could be... I'm already thinking of a couple ways that it could be helpful.
Yeah. No attunement, so anyone can use it, so I'll put it into group inventory.
That'll work.
We give it a message. Prepare for my arrival, worm.
You're bandits. We're about to invade you. Stop.
We end this mission by sending it to the council saying, we did it. P.S. Please provide written proof that this raven helped in the mission.
Oh, we have 2 potions of healings in group inventory.
There you go, even more.
Yep.
Okay. If that's it, we can get ready to leave.
So,
the travel to the mountains is actually quite simple. Last chance, if anybody else want to buy anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Could we divvy those 2 extra potions into me and Perry's inventories, do you think?
yeah, if you want to take those, I can take them out of shared.
Yeah, I'll grab. If we just add those quickly. Let's see. What is it? Regular potion healing.
Okay. And my house rule is that whenever you have potions on your person, you hold a lot of them in a bandolier on your chest, so people don't have to go searching for it for the most part. This is some of the music. This is The Long Road Ahead from the Humblewood album.
They got a lot of good music on...
They did. Yeah, they basically came out with an album, and it looks like they're making one for the Humblewood 2. The only real problem that I would say, it's not really much of a problem, is that the music they're just like normal music tracks, and they're good, but they're not really the good for like ambient, stay in the same map for like an hour kind of thing. Because they're like these good 3-minute songs, but for little things, they are really good songs. They are really good music. So, as you head on out, the initial trek to the mountains is about a 5-day trek. Not much happens. You've got the perch guard with you. Luckily, your mom didn't come, Perry. That would have been embarrassing. Um,
Ah, jeez.
Mom.
wish I thought that up beforehand. That would actually have been kind of great. So tell me, who's your friends here? Are you all in some sort of like, I don't know, one of those poly thingies?
Oh, he would have drug everybody to like a family meal or something.
Yeah, okay. You meet all the siblings. Yeah, you're all. Anyway, yeah, but she doesn't come with you. But other perch dart do. So there's not much that happens on the way to the mountains. Somebody roll me a. Oh no, it's a different thing. But you do make it to the mountains themselves. The jagged slopes of the crest tower before you, their peaks obscured by clouds. There's but a single path ahead. The daunting ascent up the mountain looks to be the only way to reach the summit and the bandit stronghold. Let me actually go back to the big map. I meant to do that so I can show you exactly where you're going. So you pretty much went here and cut your way over from Alderheart to Crest Mountains in the right. Heading to Bandit Fortress. And now you reach those mountains that I mentioned. So, it's likely going to be a 2-day trek up the mountain. This is where you part ways with the perch guard, head on back. Anything bigger might be seen by bandit patrols and trying to keep it as a stealthily as you can. So, as we were heading up the mountain pathways, first day, I need everybody to make a survival check. This is a group check.
Oh. Oh, no. I'm sorry, guys.
I only know how to survive in the city.
Where's the street addresses? It all looks the same.
22.
Okay, guys, I gotta go use the bathroom. Where's the bathroom?
I point all around you.
Like an animal?
Where are we, animals?
Just enough, you are able to make it up. No things. You see some presumably bandits in the distance at one point, and manage to stay way far away from them before Perry accidentally waves them down to say hi. They're able to stop them.
Hey, friends!
No, there could be bandits. Stop it.
What? I don't think... Oh.
Not the first day is fine. The first night is also fine. Does anybody want to do anything roleplay or mechanically? Feel free. If not, the night goes by no problem. Next day, I need one more survival check from everybody.
There it is.
Get the hang of it.
Quilton's legs start getting really tired.
It's the further up in altitude we get, the better at this Perry gets, the worse we get.
Perry's like, somebody carry me, and you do, and that just drags everybody else down. Yeah, so I need somebody to roll me a D. Yeah, roll me a D3 or D6, and I'll do the math.
Well, I guess since it's my doom, I'll roll. Oh.
Cool, that's all I got. That's good. As you're heading on up, you get to one point where there's a big hanging bridge, one of those old-fashioned rope bridges with the big planks that you jump between. You're like, all right, everybody, you do this one at a time and be very careful.
Oh, we're
But-
not gonna play it like what's that movie that just came out? That bombed.
Snow White,
Jumanji.
Minecraft.
No.
Electric Stick?
It came out like last year or something. They
But
were
the-
all walking across a rickety pipe across like green ooze, and instead of going one by one, everyone piled on at the same time.
Borderlands. You're
But,
talking about
but say, is it the
Borderlands.
Borderlands?
I
Yeah.
didn't think there was a
Yeah.
Borderlands movie.
You mean
Oh
the
god, you were living in bliss.
the iconic scene in caustic caverns? That
I
Borderlands?
believe they literally went, we should go careful here, and all got on it at once.
I don't know. Sounds like
um,
that might have been the only good part of the movie.
so, what is the marching order? Who would like to go first?
I'll go first. I'll probably just glide across or try to glide to not put weight
Just
on
before you start getting your running jump, you start hearing a clunk, 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 and you all look up to your side up the cliff. There's a rock slide coming. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, add a 2 to that. Oh, that's natural 20 though.
25.
Come
And
on, boom, come on, boom.
well, your patented natural 1, 13. You all beat the DC 12 dexterity saving throw, where you're all like, no time. You all run across.
Everyone
together.
across the bridge.
The bridge is actually very sturdy, other than the fact that you have to jump between each thing. But
It actually moves
Fine.
It
Aside
moves
from
for
the
us.
rickety part.
yeah, I mean, it's swinging back and forth. Rickety is the name of the bridge. But as you get to the other side, you see like Rickety, the bridge has been here forever, or what? Like bridge been here for 20 years or whatever. It's the name of the bridge. But you all survived the rock slide, no problem.
Rocks fall, no one dies.
Then after you take another night's, well, this wouldn't be a night's rest because that would have undone the other one. But you make it no problem to the rest of the way, coming on up. Finally, through the mist, you see a pair of great stone towers looming on the horizon. As you approach, you notice they are connected to a squat and sturdy fortress, which stands in a lonely vigil among the crags. A few distant shapes can be seen patrolling the parapets, and banners with the crest of the bandit coalition hang proudly from the walls. You find yourself essentially here.
Should we ask them for the directions? Maybe they know where the bandits are.
You are all essentially, and as usual, this map is not necessarily huddled in this mass of rock, but it's more or less kind of tucked away. I'll put everybody else on the map.
Is there any way to tell? We need to get across it, like into it, right? So
Yeah. So for this outside, imagine this outside part is a little more open. It's not just narrowly into this like pincer sort of thing. The inside will be pretty much the same, but this outside is a lot more open than it looks. So what you can see, the fortress is about 100-foot high stone walls with guard posts around the perimeter. You can't really see into it, but looking through a couple times that the front door opens, it looks like it's a big courtyard on the inside of this. And that's all you can kind of see from the outside. So, you, based on your information, know that Benna is somewhere deeper into the fortress. Like there's this main fortress, which probably encompasses the courtyard, and then beyond that, inside the mountain, is sort of the where Benna would be. Most likely. So,
you said this wasn't 1-to-1, but is this cliff face like way higher than the tower, lower than the tower?
Imagine the outside is a little more open, that the cliff face doesn't go right up. It would be
Okay.
much lower than the actual towers itself. Otherwise, what's the point of a tall fortress wall?
This is metagaming a little bit. Vim, what's your spirit? What's its teleport range?
That can. Oh, let's see. It's not.
I don't even think that's metagaming. That is tactics that you would know to do in
Yeah, but
character.
It's
we haven't done it yet.
It's only 15 foot, but it's
Oh.
everyone that's around it at the time it teleports.
I guess I was hoping too much to teleport to the top.
It's worth a shot.
Are
Now,
we
you
gonna do
can-
a send Perry in with the what's it in like in the D&D movie?
So 100 feet. So even the perch is too low to really get up there.
And we can do this. Even though we see a map here, we can do this theater of mind on the outside of the fortress. That's fine too.
So use my mirror, peek around the corner.
That's proper. I always try to do that. I'm
Yep.
glad it's rubbing off on you. You
There's
pretty
one
much see
bandit
that. You
on the-
see
on
that
the-
there are. You see that there are guards that kind of like patrolling the top parapet that you can
Yeah.
see, like going across from left to right and right to left. There are two bandits outside as guards, and they change shift every so often.
Do I see anything beyond the gates?
Make a perception check.
I do have a magnifying glass. Even though
Unfortunately, even as a mirror, you would still need to see far away.
I know,
If you had a telescope,
Magnify on the glass,
would
on the mirror.
Yeah.
investigation.
He's gonna accidentally invent an observatory just to
7.
get a lay of the land.
You accidentally burn
Yeah.
the things with the sun.
Yeah, you hold the magnifying glass against the mirror and create a laser.
It'd be perception. Is your perception? What's your perception modifier?
Oh, sorry, I asked what you were talking. Another one to that.
Other than the courtyard, maybe you get a few more inches in.
But do I see any other? I guess I probably couldn't.
Maybe that.
Technically can't see that ladder. But I can burrow underneath the gate. Maybe I can find a latch to open it up. But then I see the little Jabeen hop by, and I go, oh, that might be tough.
You see a couple people walking back and forth on the inside. No, it's not super crowded. But there's definitely plenty of foot traffic, at least for the part that you can see. It's actually occasional foot traffic for this part of the that you can see.
Yeah, so we assault these guys. They're going to be up there 100 feet, just raining down arrows on us.
Yeah. Frontal assault's not too good. Not too smart.
But if I can open up that gate from the other end, we can just rush in. Not be littered with pot shots.
How fast do you think you could get there?
How high is the castle compared to the wall ledge here?
So the castle walls would be a lot higher than these other walls, and these other walls are a little not one-to-one with what the map should be, at least the way that I'm imagining it. But the walls would be a lot higher than that, no matter what. I'd say at least 50 feet higher. There's no point in building a wall if it's the same height as the surrounding rock.
Yeah, and I'm guessing there's no like brush or anything, because I was gonna try to sneak around since we could climb up the wall.
So we'll say that There would be some foliage around here that you could definitely try and sneak by. And you might be able to get to a little bit of the side of the sides of the fortress as well, but it is sort of built into a big part of the mountainside, so you wouldn't be able to get like all the way to the back. But you would be able to stealth on the way up there behind various things.
Does it look like they have anything in place to keep this area lit up at night?
It looks like there's a couple of sconces around, torches and whatnot that would be on at least the castle walls. Around where you guys are, you're not really sure. You don't see anything around, and they probably don't have spotlights.
No.
Because it's fantasy woodland critter world, so...
I can definitely do passive out a trace to make us all stealth boosted, where if we stay huddled up. The only thing I could think about to help someone out would be if I made someone even smaller. I can make someone small.
There comes a point where we can't really sneak up to the front of a of an open space, you know. Like it can only go so far.
I have mirror image. It only lasts for a minute, but maybe we could do something with that.
You can do that.
Mirror image. Just to point out how that specific version of the spell works. Oh, it's level 2. Okay, so mirror image is one that essentially makes 3 copies of yourself as shields. Like if somebody's trying to attack you, they hit one of the shields and they hit one of the fake holograms instead of you.
It turns you into a group of 4 people.
Yeah, it's not silent image, or it's not one of those illusion spells that you're thinking of. Yeah.
The only other
good idea though.
The only other idea I have is maybe if I turn into a scary animal and I chase you into this area and you run up to them going, help us, there's a scary animal, and I'm like, rawr.
That's not a bad plan, honestly.
Hey,
but they might attack you. What if I look at those archers up there? They'd have a beat on you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, they see a big scary monster. They're gonna try to shoot it down.
I don't know. That's as far as I got.
What about fire? Can I fire? Can they? No, that's not gonna work.
I could run out, and the moment they shoot near me, I could go and fall over, and then they go, right, we dealt with it. Now we'll come down and deal with you because you're just normal people. And then once they do that, I go get back up and go rawr again because I was just playing dead.
Well, I think me burrowing behind, see if I can find a way to open the gate, is a bad idea.
Okay.
You think that's a bad idea?
I think it's a horrible idea, but it's better than a frontal assault.
Well, if we're still with the perch guard, maybe we can consult with them.
No,
the perch guard left you at the foot of the mountain, so you're not with them.
Yeah, we don't have any reinforcements.
You turn around like, wait, where did they go? Oh, did they get hit by the rock slide?
Yeah. Where's that little cute little owl or riffin?
Nobody went to go find him.
You can't make a tunnel, can you?
So how about for doing this kind of?
Oh, do you want to great escape this? Like reverse great escape this?
I mean, I was thinking it's not rules as written, but can I like burrow a tunnel and we can just all crawl underneath?
It would take some time, and you would need to figure out a place that you would pop up on the other side. But I would say that you would be able to do that. Maybe like an overnight thing, or over a couple hours that you're just slowly digging in and are able to just using the scrounge craft to make like
support pillars.
And whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna by myself. Just
Well, I'm just checking
Poke
if
my-
I have access to a burrow as well that could help double down with you.
I think.
I don't think the Mapachs do.
I think
No, wild shape.
a wild shape, yeah.
Oh, true.
A giant badger. Do you have a giant badger?
It's. I have to Google every time to be like, all right, where's the wild shape list?
Show giant badger.
Burrow speed.
Giant badger is available.
Have you ever seen one?
I don't know.
You probably have, yeah.
We had to have a little leeway with Humblewood since there's no giant badgers.
I've seen Quilton. I'll wild shape into another Quilton.
I would say that that would probably make it a lot easier, as it would. You got 2 people on burrowing and 2 people on supports.
But by myself, I'm just gonna find like a corner and see if I can find a safe place for us to like unburrow as a group.
Okay. So we'll say that you're doing a little reconnaissance scouting ahead. Go ahead and make a
Stealth.
I'll say you can either do a straight up stealth check, or you can try and listen to find like a good place to pop up.
Stealth's pretty high.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a stealth check then.
Pretty good. 18.
Say that you are. You very slowly pop up, and you are able to get in without anybody seeing you. And this is what you see. Now, you should still have buildings are covered, but let me put all these creatures out. Okay, so looking on the inside, there are a couple things. In the courtyard is a wide courtyard, and it's a small community of humble folk and mixed of some unarmed or armored. Some are armed and armored. Some are just not, just walking around without any weapons. It's a mix of species of mostly humble folk. There's a couple of bird folk around, but mostly the bandits are humble folk. You see a large building to the east, wooden building. You see you come out just next to a smaller wooden building. It looks like it's got double doors in the front. There, right across the way, is a large canvas tent that you can sort of see in, but you'll have to look for that. And then towards the back, over here, because it's hard to see in this map, there's a little doorway that goes into the mountain, and you're assuming that's the way into the inner keep.
Oh, so this is just. Oh, yeah, right. This is the courtyard.
Before Joey as a player gets too far into it, could I have included using one of my wild shape, like before we get started, using one of my wild shapes who do the find familiar and just have a little lizard hitchhike along with him so I can keep an eye on him and let us know.
Keep a track of your wild shape because you're going to use one to help me burrow, one for a find familiar, and one for potentially your fire spirit. So,
but I wasn't sure if we were doing, because I get my wild shapes back on short rests.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely wait until
and this
night
seemed
or
like
whatever,
a scouting,
then,
like an initial scout, so I can, if I go keep this lizard on you, you burrow in. And then I can look through the eyes of the lizard and see if you get captured.
I just look
that's
at the.
That's good. Yeah,
it's like a little gecko, those cross eyes. Just use his tongue to moisten itself.
You go burrowing, and then I can be like, okay, he's still fine.
Vim?
He's still fine.
Vim?
He's been taken.
Vim,
guys.
Vim, why are you so weird?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll have a little lizard with you, boop boop boop, that you can.
It's just a nanny cam That's it. It's a nanny cam that's on you.
Yep. Oh! They made it so when you make a smaller token, it centers, or at least it does that in the
Oh, the hexes?
the hexes.
Huh.
But that might be a new feature. That's nice. It used to just go to the top left corner, and it was annoying.
I think with Find Familiar, you kind of like trance and you see through its eyes.
I switch my sense of sight and hearing for its senses, so I perceive through it if I want to. So I'm narrating to those guys. It's like,
Okay, he's in. He's looking. There's a lot of people. He's scratching his bum.
I would say he's resting. He's leaning against the wall.
He's saying, "Oh God, glad they can't see me right now." He's
This-
breathing really heavy.
He's using the bathroom.
Like really, really heavy.
But with that, we'll say that both the lizard and Quilton are in there. If you want to stay together or split up, you have that ability as well.
Well, I'm
and you
just
can tell me otherwise. You can be like, "Hey, you climb this way" or something. And
I'm just reconning. So
Okay. You do see, looking at the gate, there are two levers. One to control a drawbridge, another for a portcullis. So there's no drawbridge on here, so we'll just say it's a portcullis and like a door or something like that.
well, if you're saying we can dual burrow and create support structures, we can all sneak. Probably can't get all the way in, but as far as you'll let us.
The further you go, the harder it will be to stealth. Because you're going to be making noise, just like in the actual Great Escape. You know, they had to be super careful and super quiet.
So I'm thinking...
So...
I mean, like, where I am is probably the easiest.
You want to look around for anything else?
Not that...
Right now I've just described the buildings and whatnot. Not what the people are doing, not what's inside any of the buildings that you can see, etc.
Yeah, I don't want to risk walking around without a disguise or anything, so...
Okay. So you could burrow back if you want to. The gecko, lizard, could potentially look around a little more.
Yeah, the gecko will see you start heading back down, and it'll hop out of your pocket and just sort of do that thing where it lands on its back on the ground, cartwheels for a little bit, and then rights itself. Yeah, let's just inconspicuously lizard our way through this place.
Okay. Where'd you like to go? You should have control of that wild shape icon.
Sure. Let me just double check. I think. Okay, it has a 20-foot climb.
Does a Find Familiar last forever?
I believe this one.
1 hour. I'm sorry.
Normal Find Familiar lasts forever. I believe this one replaces the duration of
Wild shape.
The wild shape. Where is it?
Wild shape is probably a couple hours.
Wild Companion. There it is. It disappears when you finish a long rest. So that's the time frame.
Okay, so
all right.
Just remember you'll have a familiar to control.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So yeah, I'll just are there any windows that I can aim for on these buildings theoretically?
The building next to you right now, no.
No.
It looks like there's some smaller windows on the big one to the top right, and the very right, the square building is a tent.
All right. I'll skirt around because I don't want a random person to be like, "Huh, stupid lizard." Poke.
Okay.
Puffs into the smoke. Just
make a advantaged stealth check, as you are small and just a lizard, and you are keeping out of the way.
Let's see. There was a way to do that. There was a toggle ability to roll a stealth, wasn't there?
If you add it to your extras, if you add lizard, you should be able to do that. Otherwise, just roll a d10 and I'll look up the or d20 and I'll look up the what it is.
Lizard's got no bonuses to anything, so it's just rolling a d20 advantage.
22. Yeah, you're probably good with that.
Well, no, 16. It rolled. I rolled a bit of
Oh, it had them together. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. You're able to sort of get
I'm a
around.
lizard.
You can probably and you can yeah. I'd imagine you want to like skirt under the tent.
If this is a tent,
Or
sure.
This is a tent. Yeah, you can definitely go under.
Yeah,
it.
okay. The reveal as necessary.
To remember the reveal area. Boop. Inside, this looks to be this looks to be like a prison of some sort. There's nobody in any of the cages, but there is a servan that is essentially the jailer. It's kind of just like sleeping at their desk resting at their desk, and there's a like a bunch of like keys on a key ring next to them. There's an open treasure-ish looking chest to the right, but it's empty. It's probably where they would store prisoners' stuff that they didn't want to loot.
I'll back out under the cloth and skirt around to this building.
Okay. As you're doing that, let's check back in. Rikki, Perry, and Quilton. Is there anything that you guys want to do while this is going on?
Well,
You guys drawing on my face. I can't stop you.
Retroactively, I'm just going to stay in this corner and wait for the lizard to return.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I am just patiently waiting, for them
Sorry,
to come
guys.
back.
I'm
I'm
pretty
sitting.
much doing the same.
I am sitting there on my hands, not even attempting to do anything. Not tonight.
Okay. There's a couple windows.
I bet they're having fun doing their. I bet they're having fun doing their wild shapes and burrowing.
I wish I could turn into a lizard. Okay, yeah, there's a couple windows on small windows high up on the wooden building to your north.
Hell yeah, let's aim for a window.
Okay. Around the corner, it looks like there's training dummies and a bunch of Vulpin Captain is sort of training a bunch of probably new recruits or non-soldiers, excuse me, and how to like properly attack. Make another stealth check.
Ooh, they see the lizard.
Yep. The Gerbine goes around and goes like, "Hey, look, a lizard!" And you go on in because you're a lizard. Like, oh, I want to catch it. I could. Oh, no, you're not going into turn order. My bad.
Dead end.
This area. Rows of triple-decker bunk beds can be seen next to the rest area, where a table lies strewn with playing cards and game pieces. Some of the bunks are occupied by people sleeping or reading. A few of the bunks have sheathed weapons and leather armor hanging from hooks built into their frames. Stairs lead from this main area up to the top level. There looks to be ample space here for all who live in camp. It is primarily empty because it's daytime still. People are going about their normal duties. There's a handful of people in here, maybe.
Okay. If I just sort of like skitter along, nothing else becomes apparent.
You do see at one point upstairs.
Oh, there's an upstairs.
Yeah, it's not on this map, but there's like an upper level side. Make a perception check.
Okay, that will be using the lizard. So lizard. Oh boy, that's going to be a negative fire on that. What's that? Wisdom, right? So that's going to be a -1 on whatever I'm rolling here.
Yep.
I think. Because it's not going to be proficient.
Got dark vision though. 17. Okay.
So
You notice
16 total.
a door upstairs that's marked Captain's Quarters. It's closed, but you notice it.
Closed tight or closed gap under the door, sort of thing.
I'm gonna say gap under, or I'm sorry, close tight, no gap.
I start to squeeze and then I realize, no, that's closed tight. Okay, I got an idea. Let's see if I can extract the lizard and let Quilton know that he can leave.
Okay.
Let's go for a different window from the one that was near the Gerbine.
Come on over here. Go ahead and make a
Yeah.
stealth check.
12.
12. All right. Natural 1 on that die. You're good. You're able to make it because of the natural 1. I'm just gonna make it. You don't even need 2 rolls. Like that Gerbine thief is still like looking at the thing. Is like, oh come on, I could just get over and get into the window. I get that lizard and I get to keep him. I always wanted a pet lizard. But you just walk right on by back to Quilton, and you're able to extract yourselves back to where you came from.
And then,
You go back. Okay.
in the
Good.
ground, and then he's popping up, and I can see myself. Wait, I should just. Okay, it's me again.
All right.
What did I miss? Why is my face itchy?
So, you now have a good layout of most of the things except for that one building. What would you all like to do as your way of getting in there? And when would you like to do it?
Do we want to just start on a tunnel, and then the closer we get to getting up there, like obviously take a rest because we'll be tired from digging and such, and then finish it off as we get there or something? Does that sound like?
Yeah, I could say
How
that
would
the
you do it?
2 creatures that would dig would probably get exhaustion, and I would say it would be a light exhaustion that they could get rid of on a short rest, if you want to risk that. Anybody else here? Nobody else is saying anything.
I'm here.
Okay.
They're leading this charge. Because my first is going through the front door.
This slow, muddy charge.
Okay.
But we know which.
So it sounds like
we know which.
Good.
Where's the captain's room in here?
Yeah, so I he would fill you in because he's been giving the narrations. Like,
The captain seems to be upstairs in that back building.
I
So
didn't
the
see them,
captain's
but that looked
quarters,
like it.
yeah, the captain's quarters is in that building. There is a doorway here that leads back into the fort. So you would think that they'd be in one of those 2 areas.
Just double checking. That's a rat in like some robes, not in a straitjacket, right?
Yeah, it was like some sort of robot. It was like some sort of like robot rat. I think was the art I
It-
found.
it
and I
looks
was
like
well,
he's
I gotta.
Like the
He's in
Hannibal.
full, like Wastelander garb.
Looks
Yeah.
like the Hannibal Lecter of rats.
I just somehow missed the rat guy that was tied to a stake, ranting and ranting. Oh, let me out of here!
No. Not until you learn not to eat other brains, okay? Okay. So if you all want to take a short rest now, you can. Or you
I
can
mean,
try and
I have
dig
enough
and
that
then...
I can do some digging and then we can rest
Okay.
afterwards if we want to do
Alright.
that.
Then I'm going to say this will be a group check. Let's do this. First off, how far back do you want to try and get? Where do you want the end? Where do you want to pop up the?
I kind of don't want to be. Oh wait, maybe we can do it in here, in
I can tell
the
them.
cage.
Yeah, I can inform you. Like we could pop up behind the tent. or because it looks like there's enough space there, right?
Yep.
We dig slightly off, and we just come up in a cage.
Yeah, all four of us in one of these cages.
And the guard's like, "What? I didn't realize we had prisoners."
Alright, well, I'm gonna need you guys to choose where you want to come out.
Behind the prisoner tent.
That seems like pretty close, and then we can easily slip into the tent if we want to, or something, or secure a hidden spot.
Okay. Alright. Then I need everybody to, let's see, I want the 2 people that will be digging, obviously with the badger stats, if that's how it works. Make I guess athletics checks, and then Perry and Rikki. I guess. Do you have any? I guess you can use whatever you want for your scrounge craft. They'll give you advantage on this for Rikki. Are either of you good with any tools? Are you proficient with any tools, Rikki or Perry?
Just my like tinker's tools, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's mainly like tinker's
Instruments?
tools, smith's tools, weavers, wood
Oh, you got a
carvers.
couple tools, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, wood
Yeah.
carvers. Tools. There you go. There's your yeah. Okay, so we'll say that you can make a.
I mean, weavers would be like bindings and stuff, right? And
Or baskets.
yeah.
Either way, or braid. Braid your hair. Braid your quills, Quilton.
Maybe I don't have tinker's tools. I thought I did.
I mean, you can make them.
You know
That's
what?
true.
That's a fair point.
I mean, with
Get a few
scrounge
rocks, sharpen them.
with that scrounge craft, they can just do it.
Oh wait, no, I do have them. I have them. They were on my
Okay.
equipment, not my backpack.
So we get to see tool proficiency rules, which is, I believe, you basically just get advantage plus your proficiency plus the proficiency bonus that you're gonna do. So, I'm gonna say this will be either a dexterity or an intelligence check with one of your tools, and I'm gonna give you each advantage. So, make either an intelligence or a dexterity check. Make sure it's adding your proficiency bonus.
I'm not sure
And
how to
then
do
do an
that.
advantage. Yeah, okay, so you know what? Just roll with advantage and we'll figure it out afterwards.
Like that.
Oh, that's a badger. 14. 9, and one more, Rikki. Oh,
And
you
then
did
my
the thing. Okay.
proficiency bonus, which would be
Okay, you
another
did the
2,
three.
so 11.
Okay, 11. So we'll say that you're able to, it slows you down a bit. It's starting to get dark out by the time you get halfway.
And you want to do
Quilton and
athletics
Vim.
from...
Whoop, wrong thing. Quilton and Vim make an athletics check each, please.
Alright, I mean, that's just going to be a straight strength on the badger's part,
Yeah.
so...
What was this
Don't know
for?
why that said to DM.
Digging.
I have a dig speed.
Right, but you're building a tunnel. You are not burrowing. This is giving you the ability to do that. So
This is digging to leave space behind you.
Yeah, that's true. 10.
excavating.
Yeah. Clicking on the sheet apparently just whispers it to you, but there, 16.
Oh, you
Okay.
said athletics. Then that would be
Yeah.
a 4.
Yeah, kind of slow and noisy, but you're still this part of it. You're still kind of halfway through. We'll say that it dusk falls before you can keep going. Let's do one more check. Same check for each of you to get to the other half of the way.
It's better. 12.
A little better.
11 apparently.
Okay. And then
I don't
Shorty
know
and
how to tell
Rikki.
it not to whisper you.
Shorty and Rikki, or Perry and Rikki, same checks, please. You guys there?
Yeah, I was holding my breath. Okay. And then plus 2, so that's 22.
Okay.
Nobody dies. I didn't kill everyone.
Maybe else
And
is
what needs
good.
to be rolled?
The same thing you did before, so you can make another dexterity check if you want. Okay. You're able to make it a lot better into the area behind the tent.
Well, how's that hex grid working for you now, Mark, in these thin alleyways?
You know what, Quilton? You come up right into a wall. You hit your head. You now have amnesia. But yeah, you're only able to do that. We'll say that you spend a little bit of time making a bigger area. So if you want to take a short rest, you can. You rolled high enough that I think you'll be able to not be found.
And definitely good.
We're saying a short rest behind the tent.
Underground.
Okay.
Build a little air hole up top, and you're able to just wait underground. Night falls, and you can tell that people are going elsewhere.
They're probably going into the room we need to sneak into.
They're going into the barracks where they sleep at night. Alright, so everybody can take a proper short rest. Well, so you probably won't need to get much back. It's mainly them. Afterwards, you can go ahead and pop out. You are behind everything enough that I think you can surface no problems. You're all behind the tent. It is dark out. Everything is lit by fires and torches and sconces. That's what would you like to do?
Well, we need to get into the barracks. So...
Are we sneaking further from here?
Yeah, where's that patch without a trace?
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on.
And I just rub some more dirt on us.
Everybody's got a plus 10 to stealth.
Is it semantic?
Plus 10. You can do that before you surface.
No, I just think it helps.
Or, oh, no,
It is
semantic, verbal.
Yeah, it is verbal, but you can do it underground. I think it'll be fine. There's nobody back here.
Okay.
We're hear that?
We're stealthy!
Telling you, man, it's the worms. They're talking to me. They've been talking to me. Ah, you hear them? Ah! Runs off.
So we're probably gonna have to fight these people in here. But let's try to sneak in through the door here.
You mean to the front door?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're
Give me a stealth.
probably gonna have to fight the people inside, is what I'm saying. But
Everybody, give me a stealth check. Add 10 to your stealth check.
So roll it and just
17, 22,
Probably good.
27.
Probably good that was on.
Is there dim light or darkness, or is it pretty...
It is dark. It is dark around, so I guess does that mean you get
I
advantage?
clicked survival.
Yeah, because of
Sorry.
my rune.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. I clicked survival by accident, so that should have been the same because
Okay.
you
Quilton and Rikki both get 27, but yeah, 17, 22. You guys are able to kind of every time like somebody looks out. This is like a video game thing where you got to run between like the mannequins.
when the
as
searchlight,
you're,
when the searchlight
yeah,
comes,
when the searchlight's coming in.
Yeah.
You freeze and look like it.
Are we gonna crunk this?
That's exact. Oh man, I was just gonna post that GIF.
Yeah. Thinking like this, like there's a couple of things people out there, and they're like, "Hey, I bet you I can hit that with my bow from here." As like someone is just frozen, pretending to be a mannequin. And like, "No, I bet you can't." And the lion lanes up right at you, Quilton, and shoots.
so
It misses, and the other guy is like, "Ha! See, I told you. You owe me You owe me you owe me 2 gold pieces." They go back to their spot. But you're all able to get to the door unseen.
Let's try to open it up.
Give me another stealth check.
Yeah, I'll do that. I do have a portable RAM. We can break it open.
It's not locked.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, 18.
18. Yeah, it's pretty good. You very stealthily open it up, and you head on inside, looking around. Like nobody's like paying much attention to you as the door opens. They're kind of just doing whatever they do.
But they notice me?
You rolled a 18, so if you're just peeking in, nobody notices you at this moment.
Yeah. So I just want to see how they sleeping. Is there anyone on guard?
Handful are sleeping. Handful are sleeping. Handful are just lounging. You know, winding down for the day.
I make some hand signals to
Do we understand the hand signals?
probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. Did anybody pick common sign language as one of their languages?
But I'm gonna take
No.
a spear I have, and after we're all inside, I'm going to try to like block the door with it. You know, if I can barricade it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we might have to fight these guys.
Right. Everybody's like stepping in. I need the other 3 people to roll stealth checks, please.
Oh, yeah. It's fine.
Another
Everything's gonna be
stealth check?
fine.
Yep.
Okay.
26 for Shorty, for Perry. 31 for Rikki.
Even we don't sense Rikki.
I love how every
26.
time Perry talks, the bird chirps in the background. I love
It's-
that. It's some good
It's meant to do
roleplay.
that.
Alright, you're all able to make it in. Quilton, do you try and barricade the door with a spear?
Yeah, but I imagine that's gonna people are gonna notice us when we're standing inside the door.
Alright, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to take my spear and barricade the door.
Okay. Make a dexterity check to try and figure out how to do it, or an intelligence check would also work.
17.
17. It's not a save, but it seems the check is close enough. Yeah, you start doing it, and one of the Mapachs comes in and was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? What are you doing to the door? You can't do that. That's a fire hazard. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Move out of the way. Pick up the spear. You guys, you gotta know this. You gotta put the spears back on the weapon rack. It goes all the way over here."
Oh, our bad.
Huh. You know, I haven't seen any much bird folk around here, but fight the power.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys just basically went through the underground. All of your clothes are dirty. You look like you haven't had a bath in a while because you're all just got soil on it. Kind of fit in. 2 of you were Mapachs. One of you used to work in the bandits.
Work in the bandits. That's what
Work
it says
in
on
the
my
bandits.
LinkedIn. Used to work in the bandits.
Worked at the bandit factory.
Can we just go and have a meeting with the boss?
Oh, the boss. I mean, probably in further. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, is this? Are you bringing the? Goes up to you, Rikki. Are you bringing the new recruits, trying to train them?
Yeah,
I don't know when I was like one of those. Well, they look like they're gonna do a good job. It's always good to have new people fight the power and take down the bird folk council and God, just want everything to be better. Kind of goes on back, still mumbling to himself a little bit. What do you do?
I want a coworker like that. Jeez. Can I work here?
Yeah, bring down all the bird folk except Harry.
The bird council's waiting for our progress report, and the raven arrives and goes, "Yeah, we're not coming back.
Fight the power.
They got a dental plan."
Yeah, it turns out when most of your people have when most of your species have teeth, they need a dental plan instead of beaks.
Yeah, it's unheard. Yeah, I was like, why would we need a dental plan?
Dental plan. Hey, what'd you like to do?
Lisa needs braces.
All hits tonight.
Oh yes, they think we're one of them. Yes,
The person we need to go and have a talk to is up there, and I
Point to the door.
So yeah, it's a quick walk up to an upper landing area, and you can get into the door that says Captain's Quarters.
I feel like we should just keep this going and knock on the door.
Okay.
That's
Rikki.
my idea, but I'm open to others.
That's your truth.
All right. Any objections?
I think Ricky's
Are
leading
we
the
just
way.
getting swept up in the flow?
Yeah.
Yes, roll with it.
I mean it's D&D where stuff goes right that you don't expect.
It's gonna
Take
be
this
like
golden
3 months
opportunity.
later in game, and we're like, "Do we strike now? No, it's not. The time's not right." We've raided so many villages. I feel like our cover is kind of becoming who we are.
You all head on up. A couple guys like watch you like you're unfamiliar, but like there's probably new people every so often coming in, and Rikki looks like she's got seniority, so nobody pays too much mention. You go up to the door. It says Captain Quarters. What do you do, Rikki?
All right, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Knock, knock, knock.
See, here's our mistake. This isn't where the deer lady is. This is where Captain Quarters is.
Knock, knock, knock. You don't hear anything. No answer.
Like completely silent.
Make a
I
perception
mean, I guess
check.
we could just go in and wait for her then.
Make a perception check.
Oh my god, I hear absolutely nothing. The room's completely empty.
You put your ear up to the door and you accidentally like pinch it between your head and the door. You're like, oh, ow, oh my ear. A couple people look out
Got a
over you.
splinter.
Did you lose the key or something? Wait, it's not locked. Go on in.
Oh, thanks.
What do you mean
Open
thanks?
the door and go in.
Just going in. There is somebody in there. They are sort of sleeping, so they think they didn't hear your knocking. You go on in, and wake up. It's like, oh, what time is this? Is my shift up first? Is it morning yet? Says to you, Rikki. Probably a we'll say it's a getting the things a Vulpin looks over at you. Is it my shift yet? Did I miss it?
No, you got a couple more hours.
Oh. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're fine. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see your sword. You gotta make sure that's put it, insignia out.
Oh,
Otherwise,
yeah,
people think it's just a normal thing. Yeah. So many times just come back from the bathroom and somebody just thinks I'm one of them, and no. Anyway, wake me up when my shift's on.
Is he the only one in this room?
Yeah, there's a couple of beds in here. He's the only one at the moment.
Uh-oh. Is that an old label on the door?
It's a Vulpin. It does look like they are a captain of some sort. They do seem to have the same sort of sword that you have, just with their gear.
Oh, hey, I accidentally. Okay.
Yeah. So at this point, let's say it's all coming back to you. Oh yeah, the higher up, captains and whatnot have nice swords with insignias on them to kind of show their rank.
Aw.
Yeah.
What a thing to forget.
She made like 6 rolls over the past couple of games and
I
just
feel like
missed
I
all
was
of
just
them.
overthinking it, thinking that it was like
Yeah.
a specific family or something.
I figure maybe the insignia is different, and you're not used to like the rose insignia, and so it didn't get you on.
You're having your hug moment.
But yeah, he kind of like turns back over. Turns back over to go to sleep.
Alright, let's I don't see the deer lady anywhere, so let's step out of here and we'll reconvene somewhere.
Now at this point it's probably a little easier to kind of go around because not only do you have a high stealth, but you do have a Mapach, former bandit, with a bandit captain's insignia sword. So we'll say that you can kind of forego the stealth checks for at least this area. What would you like to do?
To get past the screaming straitjacket rat.
Do we
that thing is creepy.
Do we
He's
have
just staring at you. He's just looking at you the whole time. And his like unblinking eyes, and they're glowing red because of the fire.
He's completely blind.
Do you think
stared at the sun? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do you think Ben is further in the keep, maybe in the mountain? And I gesture to the door on the far end.
I never looked in there, in that building.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
okay.
I mean, if the captain is in that room, then like another captain's not going to be somewhere else.
I mean, you don't know how big nice the inner keep is.
He did say that it wasn't his shift yet, so
We should
that too.
Should make our way deeper into the keep.
Okay.
Don't know how long.
Room on the lower left.
Nobody has looked at it yet. It doesn't seem to have any door. It has double doors in the front. Doesn't seem to have windows. Yeah. You can go over and look if you want.
Yeah. Let's take a quick peek before we go further in.
Okay. And this looks to be a storeroom, with a person in there who's keeping inventory. It's a Hedge with bright eyes and incredibly thick spectacles.
That's what it is.
Sorry, I'm not done taking down all the inventory yet. We've got a lot of boxes of things. Do you need anything? I could probably see if I could scrounge something up.
No, you're good.
Are you sure? I mean,
how much longer are you gonna be?
Oh, I should probably see maybe another half hour or so. An hour if I want to be super careful and make sure you haven't overcounted or undercounted or anything like that.
Alright, no more than an hour.
Okay. Sure you don't want something? You're free to take some if you're hungry. I mean, I don't have to tell you that, sure, but like everybody else, we got plenty.
We're good for now. We just ate.
Okay. Well, remember, have a good night. Bye.
Gonna step back. We'll go further in unless there's any objections.
Where's that, Brenna?
It was not.
Yeah, but it took me back, just staring at that icon. I was like, "Is that a beak? Is that?" And then you said it was a. Yeah, I can see it a lot clearer there.
It's a Hedge bard. I think it's just the icon that I pulled to use. But it's like one of the only hedges that I had.
Like when you zoomed out, that all I saw was like a duck. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's a little not as easy to tell what it is, like the giant rat that's just staring at you. Yeah, what you guys doing? You want to stare at the fire a little bit? Been staring at the fire all day.
I mean,
Pretty fire.
Unless
Looks
I've been
everyone
staring at the
else.
sun.
Yeah, I stare at the sun. It's not as good as the sun. I just got better, but look at the fire, and it's just how pretty it is. Yeah.
You guys see that? This YouTube animation is two moths talking to each other, and it's like, brother, I desire the lamp in the sky. And it's like, no, brother, it is folly. You fly too close, brother. I forget what it's called. It's pretty funny.
I love that kind of style where they just take like normal, just random images and give it that overly dramatic, old-timey style.
There's another one with like two pigs, and it goes,
Yeah.
brother, I desire the oats.
No, brother, you shall have no oats.
No oats, brother, from the skinny gods. I have seen I saw what they do in the shed, brother. Our kind does not return.
I saw that one, except the pigs were Warhammer Marines.
Oh. I've seen the one where it's like the
more bolts.
Bolts.
I've seen one like that where it's like it's a snake that they put into like this like automated thing that can just drive around like a little remote control thing that's controlling. But they took like the opening to the Mechanicus Adeptus Mechanicus game Warhammer and gave it like my body does not require flesh. Once I have learned to reject it, I have grown so much. It's just a snake on a little automated skateboard.
And when you're when the temple you call a body betrays you, you shall come crawling to me.
So good. But anyway, back to Creepy Rat, who just invites you to go stare at the fire. Does anybody just want to go stare at the fire with him?
I think this guy's got it figured out.
I pull him away.
Can't touch it, but I can come so close, and it's like it calls to me, but we can never meet.
I know.
Like my girlfriend in Canada. Yeah.
Hey, what?
What? No, the fire.
Isn't that where all the geese folk are from?
Yes, the beautiful fire folk. What? Oh, the geese folk. I gotcha. Yes, the beautiful geese folk in there. They don't like the fire, though. I like the fire. Do you like the fire? Do you like it?
I'm starting to wonder.
I think I might like fire.
If you enjoy the fire, we can tell camp stories around it. Camp stories about fire. Around the fire. To watch make s'mores. The fire shall melt the chocolate. And it will be beautiful.
We shall
so conflicted.
We shall partake in the combining of chocolate, marshmallow, and graham.
I am so conflicted right now, everyone. I could, but I shouldn't.
No, I grab his cloak. Nope. We're on a mission.
Nope.
Remember the mission.
You head further in?
Yep.
Oh, go ahead, good.
No, yeah, he gets dragged off, but is looking at it the whole time. Man, could we have just walked through the gate? Did we spend, like, hours on hours laboring
Yeah.
when we
The
could have
fact
just...
that you had a Mapach and a Mapach who was a bandit and had the sword, even though you didn't figure it out, you technically could have probably not just walked right on through, but you could have very easily talked your way through. But you didn't know you had the sword.
Now we do. So, Rikki, lead the way.
You also had a... Oh yeah, look, if it's squares, it doesn't go to the center. That is only a...
Aw.
Yeah, go figure. Anyway, so yes, let's see. So the inner keep, it's not quite just a single thing. It kind of goes into an inner road, goes up a little bit higher into the mountain, and then gets to another fortified area. The rough road to the north of the courtyard climbs up steep crags until it curves, revealing a 40-foot tall barricade of logs lashed together, and a large set of double doors. A pair of tough-looking Mapachs in chain armor stand, I'll say, a pair of tough-looking Mapachs in chain armor eye you warily as you approach. One saunters up, raising a hand to halt you. That's far enough, friend. State your business.
We're here to speak with... Player forgets Deer's name.
Benna.
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 Yes,
Hey.
player forgets your name. I like her. She's nice. Oh, Benna. Benna. Yeah, that's a different person. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Well, I was gonna... Can I continue and maybe not do persuasion?
So, if you want to have somebody else roll persuasion, if they have a higher persuasion, we can.
No,
So
I
I'll
was
let you
going
do that. Yeah.
to... I had a little more.
Oh, I'm
That's my-
sorry. You meant can you keep talking? Go ahead. Yeah, I thought you meant literally just
I was
keep
trying.
moving forward.
I would prefer to deceive rather than persuade.
Got you. Okay.
We have
Yeah.
some urgent news from. Again, I'm blanking on Treeland.
Elderheart.
You Alderheart.
Alderheart.
The assault on Alderheart.
We have some urgent news from Alderheart in regards to battle plans that they're preparing. It's very sensitive. I can't give too much information, but
Why do I feel like Treeland would be the derogatory term that they use for Elderheart?
Birdland.
Tree land with the weeping willow. Go ahead and make a deception check with advantage because of the sword.
I already have advantage. Could I get
Alright,
super advantage?
I'll let you roll one more time. Yeah, sure.
That was worse.
Use your inspiration. Keep going.
I have
Keep going.
inspiration.
Wait. Go for it. Yeah. Give me your inspiration card. Go ahead and roll one more time. I want to see how far it goes.
All right, how do I?
Click on the little card above your icon, and then
There.
drag the bigger card. There you go.
Drop it on them. It'll crush them. We can walk right through.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
So
it
your
got
highest is a 13.
progressively worse every time.
So imagine you're like, yeah, we gotta go see Bennett because of the stuff at the Alderheart assault, and it's sensitive information, and I can't talk to you about it, and it's got like stuff, and you just get worse and worse and worse. You keep going, but the 13 is enough because they rolled a 4 on the die. So they're like, well, we did just get that information back. All right, she's probably all the way back in the what's the back in her room beyond the mess hall. They step to the side. Open the gate! It's like, you don't have to yell at me, Jerry. I'm right here. And he opens the gate. You guys are free to go inside. They kind of eye you a little bit because, again, you got, like, Perry with you. Oh, yeah, you can't see any of this. Let me reveal areas. Give me a
No,
moment.
it's totally fine. Perry's our mole.
Well, technically, Quilton's the mole.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Mole? It's derogatory.
So is the cover story? We're bringing Perry who because they've been working on the inside.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
weaving a pretty complex web of lies here.
I've been
They-
keeping a
when-
bird's eye view on things.
We're not even sure what's real anymore.
Layers upon layers.
Just in case it's. Oh wait, there we go.
Yeah, sorry. I had to cut. I had to cut out the polygon.
Mm.
Control L. Okay, yeah. So it looks like there is a door over here. It leads into the back. A door here on this Freaking, I wrote down what each thing is, but I didn't write down the numbers of them. Give me a quick moment so I can match up which building is which.
I'll take a little break, or
Usually a lot better than this. But that's why I have
Should we
the book with me right here.
Should we just
Second.
assume deeper in is more likely to be?
You could easily assume that. There we go. Almost got it. But the other two rooms, okay. To the north, there's a sign on the door. It looks like it's got a it's probably an infirmary. Looks like it's got like medical, whatever this equivalent of like the Red Cross blood plus sign would be. Down here, this looks like there's a big padlock on this door below you. You can assume that probably has either treasure or arms or maybe even prisoners in there. And then one door to the back that goes deeper into the rock wall, into the mountain.
I'm curious to see if there are prisoners in there.
Okay. What'd you like to do?
It's locked. Is it like a solid door? There's no way to see through it?
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any windows in there either.
I kind of want to try to pop it open.
Okay. Do you have thieves' tools?
I don't.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna listen to see if I can.
I have
Okay,
these.
make a perception check.
I have these tools. I'm not proficient with them.
Oh.
I think it's given to you.
Or Quilton could just burrow under the door and.
This is a
This
cave.
is more of a rocky.
Yeah, this is a
more
cave.
a rocky area. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. But yeah, if somebody wants to try it, you do have thieves' tools. You won't have proficiency, but you can make a.
My sleight of hand's +3.
That's
my
right. It's
sleight of hand is +2 with advantage. I think. Let me double check what my.
I got
room
a
gives me sleight of
+4.
hand on.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, that's.
Yeah, okay. Make
But
a,
I've been rolling
a-
like garbage, pure garbage.
They say after we just have
Um.
witnessed the descent.
You have advantage on Dex, sleight of hand checks, and charisma deception checks. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll try my hand at opening
Okay.
this door.
Also, I'm pretty sure you can use Scroungecraft to create thieves' tools.
Doesn't even need to. You have, even without anything, with the 18, that is more than enough to open the lock based on the rules of 2024. Because it says you need a 15. So yeah, you're able to open that up and look on in.
This is a straight roll for any lock, I guess, unless
I mean,
otherwise.
they give us there in the DMG. There's a couple of inferior, good, or superior locks. So they basically just give you the DC for it. So 15 would probably be the average. Hilarious. Why aren't you? Oh, because it's still on Polygon. Dummy me.
Okay,
This looks to be an
weapons and stuff.
armory. Yes. This small building contains a whack of weapons, an armor rack, and bags of assorted treasure in a pile.
Alright, I'm just gonna close the door and not relock it.
Okay.
Should we check if there's anything weapon-wise?
Let's go for it in good faith and see if we can't convince Bryn?
Brenna.
Was it Bryn?
Benna.
Benna.
Oh my gosh,
You're
why
getting
do I keep
closer.
thinking Bryn?
Getting closer.
Benna. Let's see if we can't go for it in good faith, try to convince Benna to cease what they're attempting to do.
Okay. You head on further back then.
And then we'll head further back into the dragon's den.
All right.
Figurative dragon, not literal, I hope.
Well, we're here with our new product, hoping for funding.
Dens and Dragons. Cutting out the area, pardon me.
Cut it out.
Ah.
Cut it out.
Three long
That looks like
tables are crammed into this meeting area. Two of them along the sides, a jumble of chairs packed together at each one. Remains of a meal still linger in front of each seat. On the northern wall, there is a third table with a single high-backed chair. Candles and a single iron chandelier bathe the area in dim light. Two Gerbine sentries stand watch over a door in the hall's northeast corner.
And they did say past the dining hall, right?
Seemingly so, yeah. Yeah, the door would be over here.
Just taking that true.
I'm gonna approach them.
Alright, start your business. You know how it is.
I have some important information from Elderheart for Benna. It's of the utmost urgency.
In character, she got it all right this time.
I don't know, I never heard of no Benna. No, that's the leader's name. You keep calling her Brenda. It's Benna. I was like, oh, sorry, I'm new here, sorry. Make a deception check with advantage.
Oh, that was almost a 20.
3. Well, I mean, you can certainly tell us what the thing is. We were there during the assault.
Vim, close the door.
Okay.
And I seem to remember a Mapach.
Vim closes the door. I'm just gonna beat the hell out of them.
All right, so before we start this, it is excuse me, almost 9.
Yeah, it's
If we want to get into combat, we can. It would might take some time. Bendy, you're pretty much the one with the hard cutoff.
I'm pretty good at the moment.
Okay.
We
Everybody
could
else
at
good?
least
Take
take
a break.
a break or something. I'm kind of peckish. I know I'm hurt,
Sounds good. Oh my gosh,
Oh, no,
peckish.
Okay. We'll take a break and we can discuss if we want to do this or save it up because it is kind of a good cliffhanger.
Sounds good.
Right, let's jump over to the break.
All right, be right back.
Okay.
you can
Yeah,
tell
it's just
me.
like every time you rolled to identify that sword, I'm just like, oh, because I knew this was coming.
I think the sword's cursed. Actually, no. Before that sword was even in existence, I was rolling 1s for days. Like that was super funny. It landed on the B for the 20
Yeah.
on D&D Beyond. It like landed on it, and then it just tipped over
Slightly
slowly
rolled,
to
yeah.
a 2 or a 3, whatever it was.
Yeah, D&D Beyond I think uses the actual physics. So, granted, sometimes it lands literally on an edge because physics is weird in computers. But yeah, so you had a bandit leader. So even if you didn't know about the sword, you probably could have gone up and talked your way in. When you were tunneling, you still have the lizard, who could have gone in and told you a good place to tunnel out of, but nobody thought of that. But yeah, I mean, you still made your way in. That's the thing, is that there's
We didn't think of what?
plenty of different ways to get in. The tunneling was a great idea, though. I did like that.
We didn't think of what?
Using the lizard to find a good spot to pop out to make sure there was nobody, around.
Oh, we did do that.
Behind the tent was fine, but like when you wanted to pop out, you just send the lizard to just go into the front door and then just make sure the coast is clear. I was also thinking, you know that item that you just got, the Silver Raven item statue?
Yeah.
Hey, let's send a message to Benna. Well, we're right outside.
It worked.
Are we getting red marker penned on how we did?
That was my immediate thought. Granted, I knew what was coming up, but that was my immediate thought when I read the messenger pigeon thing of that was. I'm like, oh yeah, I can just send it to Benna. Tell her we want to meet you at outside the gate.
Yeah, but I feel like if things go south.
Oh yeah. It's not guaranteed. And you
Alright.
were you were all very creative with the tunnel.
Clarification
dice.
on the raven statue.
Yeah.
So do you give it the message, like it turns into a raven, you give it the message, it flies off, delivers the message, and then turns back into a statue where it arrives?
It returns.
So I think it lasted for 12 hours, or I think we could have been looking at the thing about. But Animal Messenger, tiny beast of your choice you can see within range, attempts to deliver a message. Specific location, communicate a message up to 25 words. The beast travels for a duration up to 25 miles. Delivers your message to the creature, mimicking your communication. If the beast doesn't reach its destination before its spell ends, the message is lost, and the beast returns to where you cast the spell. So the raven would probably have tried to fly back.
Because it lasts for 12 hours, which means it can go maximum of 25 miles before it runs out and turns back into a statue.
Right,
You allow it to cast the spell on the raven that the statue turns into.
Right.
So after
Animal Messenger doesn't make it automatically turn back when it's done. It's like that's separate from statue. You just basically get a willing familiar for Animal Messenger.
It says while in raven form, it allows you to cast it on it.
Yes.
So.
What? Wait, do you have to have Animal Message actually cast on it, or does it?
No, it gives you. It lets you cast Animal Messenger on the raven itself.
Okay, so you don't need the spell. It lets you. Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then what you said made me think.
The way that I'm reading
makes me think that you cast it. It lasts for 12 hours, so it can fly for 12 hours and deliver the message, and then it reverts into a statue where it arrives.
If it runs out of time, because if the message is only 10 minutes away, it would fly, and then Animal Messenger says, the beast returns to where you cast the spell. So the raven would come back to you. If it can't get back to you within that 12-hour period, it would turn into a statue at that point. That's how I'm reading it.
We would have to send it on
within 6 hours of flight, so it can make a return.
On a 6-hour flight, which means it says it can cover about 50 miles in 24 hours. This is locked to 12 hours, so that's 25 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that if we want it to get there and back to us, it has to be half that again.
I was saying once you get outside the fort, you could just go back a couple miles and hide and then send the pigeon. Not actually send it from Alderheart. That's not what I meant.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what happens to this raven. Like,
it turns back into a statue after the 12-hour period. It is unrelated to whether or not it delivers the message. If it delivers the message, it then returns to where you cast it. And if within that amount of time, the 12 hours elapses, it will just turn into a statue wherever it is at that point.
But if it can't reach us, then we lose the statue.
Unless you go find it again. Yeah, probably. It's probably how Eliza found it. Found on the ground when somebody sent the message that was too far away.
So I'm just saying, if we want it to do a there and back again, then it has to be about 12-mile distance.
Yeah.
If we're sending it to someone we trust, we can do the full 25 miles.
Yep. Good planning.
What if someone kills the raven? Does it turn to a statue?
Yeah, I think it turns back into a statue.
If it reverts to a figure if it drops to 0 hit points.
Mark telling us what we should have done. That's not what D&D's about.
Mark.
If I were a player, I would have been like, "Hey, why don't we just send that to?" You were in this in the other game where one of the items I picked in Phil's the last game was in with Phil. I said, "Give me 2 paper birds." Paper birds were parchments that you can fold into paper airplanes and write a message on them, and they will fly to a person. And somebody had, when I've talked to somebody about that, they said the brilliant things to do are use it for finding where somebody is that you don't know where they are. On the same plane, they'll just try to find them, and you just basically say, send this to Jimmy, and you just follow it to Jimmy, providing it doesn't hit anything.
Tie a string around its leg and then
Yeah.
not let it get far away.
So it's like that kind of clever use of what is supposed to just be a magic carrier pigeon. It's like, oh, yeah, that's kind of brilliant.
Does it like fly so fast you can't follow it though?
Sorry,
It has a welcome back. It has a normal fly speed, so it's not wouldn't be hard to follow. And obviously, the DM could say that thing. So do we want to go ahead and continue this tonight? This might be a good thing where we've
been playing for about 3 hours, so
Yeah, it
so
sounds like a good cliffhanger.
It looks like we're about to get into fight.
yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
So
The possibility of it.
Vim, close the door as I just take my sword out.
Close the door. I have new abilities to try.
Alright. We'll call it there then.
As she grows 2 stories in height or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do have what is the equivalent of giants in this setting?
Of what?
Since there's
Science?
no
Giants.
Dire.
species.
I think we said dire stuff.
Yeah. So you'd be like a dire raccoon.
If you want to get all muscly and hulk out, or just grow in size because of... Yeah, I have some explaining to do, but I did that. Alright, thanks, Mark.
Good job. You got into. You managed to get into where you needed to be. You got some items. We made some friends along the way. And now after you beat the crap out of everybody in the keep, hopefully you won't have to fight everybody on the way out. But I guess
We're in too deep.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still gonna try to talk to Benna. We're
just not
still
gonna deal with these
gonna
pure
try to
beings.
talk. It's just these two are causing a little bit of an inconvenience.
We're gonna talk, but first these guys.
I'm actually kind of proud that I'm like, how am I gonna have this fail? It's like, oh, maybe they just saw you attack their camp. They were just there.